Alright, so this is a 2005 Bombardier, I guess Can-Am Outlander. XT 400 high output. It's got the high-low park 4x4, electronic solenoid 4x4. It's pretty good shape overall. I don't know the hours because this gauge doesn't even light up anymore, so I think that's probably why it was sold to me for cheap. He had actually put the battery in backwards, so it wouldn't start. He couldn't figure out the electrical issue. But flip that around and it starts and runs just fine. Everything works, lights, brakes, starter, everything. It's just winch even works. It's just that gauge. I'm not sure if he blew it out, putting the battery in backwards, or what happened, but it doesn't work at all. So don't know the hours, don't know the miles, but from the looks of it, I'm guessing it's definitely less than 4,000 miles. I mean, everything works. There's no weird U-joint clicking. There's no bad bushings and shocks, so it's got to be pretty low miles. Pretty low miles from my experience with these. I know ours, we have a pretty much identical one to this, except it's a two-seater, and that one already has bad shocks and all this other stuff, so that one doesn't have that many miles either. I think that one's probably only 3,500 miles, so if I had to guess, less than 3,000 miles on this one. The tires are not stock, obviously. It doesn't have wheel space or anything like that, even though it looks like it. He actually put those tires on and they're too wide, so they were hitting the shock tower in the back, so he had to actually flip the rim backwards in order to at least roll it around. And after that, he was just like, I'm done. So I can show you everything that works. I mean, there's no rust. I mean, the front end's clean. Everything's clean. You can tell there's a little dirt, but it's a four-wheeler. No real cracks in the footwells. No rips in the boots on the CV axles. So it's a pretty good little machine. Even usually, I know ours especially, this thing gets really wrecked because everyone ties chains and stuff around them. This, you can't trust to pull on that because it's aluminum, but good grab handle, I suppose. Yeah, no cracks in the bars or racks or anything like that. I can show you here, if you listen closely. It goes in the 4x4, and that does work. I've checked it. There's that. So like I said, keys on, that's not working. Battery was pretty dead when I pulled it out today. Surprised it actually started. I let it idle for like 10-15 minutes. I guess the only real damage to the machine's right there from the exhaust, from what I guess. I know they get pretty hot on these. Ours might even have that same issue. Get that tape worn off on the back when it melts them pretty quick. We've always had really good luck with these machines. I think they're pretty good overall. I mean, they're only a 400, so I think the best we've ever gotten out of ours is probably 65 with the wind at our back. It's pretty good for, it's not really a sport quad or anything like that. It's just a, utility, sportsman-like thing, But they do pretty good for what they are. Took ours on a trip up north. About a month and a half, maybe even 3 months ago now. And did really well. Kept up with all the 500s and stuff. I mean, they're no slouchers for a 400, that's for sure. I'm not sure what the horsepower is, if I had to guess. Probably pulling maybe 40, something like that. Well, definitely not 50, but it's more than 20 for sure. Brakes work, all that works. High-low, all that. I actually didn't test the outlet. I don't know if it even matters, but I don't know when the last time I've ever used one. Low gear. That. High gear. Nothing on that gauge. don't know if there's a fusible link inside this thing. Controls that. Maybe it blew the fuse when I might be a fuse on the back of it. I've heard of manufacturers doing that. Reverse. Oh, foot brake works too. Reverse. So, I mean, everything works. It's a fully functioning machine. Winch. That does the thing. I think it's the choke cable, actually, choke levers broke off. You can still yoink it and start it like that. Lights, I guess I could show you that working. Should be on already anyway. There you go. Lights are doing things. High beam, I think that's, there you go, high beam. That's doing the thing. Brake light. Works. Huh. Yeah, hey, that thing actually has a working fuel gauge. Wish ours worked. We have ours is significantly worn out compared to this one. It's got the ripped up seat and that's all faded. I think a farmer did have it. My dad's cousin had it before us. But yeah, pretty solid little machine. Can't say much about them other than that. I always liked our two-seater, but I can't say anything about performance on these. I did take this thing around the neighborhood, and best I could get it up to is around 40, which seems pretty slow for this machine. I'm not sure if there's a difference between ours and that one or whatever, but yeah, maybe it's just the tires. These tires definitely are a lot different than the stock we have on ours. But if you have any questions, I guess throw them in the comments. I don't know how much I'll be able to help you, but kind of an interesting machine. Other than that, have a good day.